How's it, guys? Welcome to yet another edition of our weekly top 10s. As we know it, state-owned companies in South Africa have been marked by rating companies. With that said, let's have a look at the state-owned entities that are financially troubled. Coming in at number 10 is Danelle, a South African state-owned aerospace and military technology conglomerate. Following the Gupta scandal and floundering sales, the military SOE has had a rough time in 2017, recording a massive loss down to 333 million rands from 395 million rands, with its revenue falling to 8 billion from 8.2 billion. Furthermore, in December, it was reported that Danelle did not have enough funds to pay suppliers or staff and was forced to approach its main shareholder, the government, for an undisclosed bailout. Coming in at number 9, the forever sinking ship, the SABC, currently trying to pick up the pieces following Hlaudi's tenure, where the controversial former COO orchestrated new policies of 90% local content, which saw the public broadcaster lose millions, for which in 2016 alone, the group posted a loss of 412 million rands and a further 183 million in TV ad revenue, as well as 29 million rands loss for radio. In 2019, the broadcaster saw itself retrenching a lot of its staff due to lack of funds. Coming in at number 8 is the South African Post Office. The South African Post Office, which has been working on a turnaround strategy for a number of years now, posted a 1.1 billion rand loss in 2016, with hopes for a better financial performance hanging on its plans to become a state bank through Postbank. Coming in at number 7, the South African Strategic Fuel Fund. The entity previously sold 10 million barrels of oil at an inadequate sum of $28 per barrel, during the time in which international standard prices for oil was closer to $40. To worsen matters, it was revealed that the oil sold was not excess stock, but actual oil from South Africa's oil reserves. This debacle reportedly cost an estimated total loss to South African taxpayers to a sum of about 1.5 billion rands to 2.2 billion rands. Coming in at number 6 is Sasha, one of the most costliest SOEs, with its entire operation constructed on social welfare, which supports 17 million South Africans. The problem started when its restructuring processes within the grant payment scheme initially cost 6 billion rands. Following that, the administration was handed over to the South African Post Office and cost a further 2 billion rands. Coming in at number 5 is Sanral, the entity South African motorists love to hate. Responsible for e-tolls and road tariffs, the company has managed to sink itself 35 billion rands into debt. Now, even the ANC is hoping to scrap the e-toll services in Gauteng. Coming in at number 4 is the Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa, aka or also known as Prasa, the SOE responsible for the Gupta Zuma state capture outburst, which brought the whole house of cards tumbling down. Prasa blew millions of rands on trains which weren't even able to run in South Africa because they didn't fit the rails. Government loans to Prasa total at 53 billion rands. The government's company is all but bankrupt. Coming in at number 3 is the South African Airways. Having numerous of its shortcomings well documented, it's had a tremendous loss of 1.5 billion rands in 2016 alone. It was recently granted a 2.2 billion rand government bailout from the state's emergency fund to help prevent it from defaulting. However, as the airline will need another 6.8 billion rand to cover its debts, the company reportedly needs a further 21 billion rands by 2021 to keep the airline functional. Coming in at number 2 is the Road Accident Fund. It is vital to understand that the RAF bags R1.93 for every litre of petrol sold, making it the second most highest priced SOE in South Africa. Right now, the RAF is bankrupt, broke and insolvent. It's being held together by the taxpayer to the tune of 190 billion rands. In fact, so bad is the situation within RAF that the government is considering scrapping it, writing off its debt and beginning another fund called the Road Accident Benefit Scheme, also known as RABS. Also, the Bankrupt Payment Fund was also lately reported to have spent 1,666 rand per month per chair in a furniture rental contract. Coming in at number 1 is ESCO. Eskom has been entangled in the state capture saga with allegations that the company was drained of its funds by companies linked to the Gupta family for hefty contracts. Recent admissions by the chairman placed irregular expenditure at 19 billion rands since 2012. In essence, funds were mismanaged through purposeful corruption or simple misunderstandings. To date, the embattled power utility has burned through 40 billion rand a year since 2013, adding up to a massive 200 billion rands in government loans. The company needs a further 72 billion rands in government funding just to stay afloat until the end of 2019. That wraps up our top 10 for this week. Please do make sure to subscribe, like and comment on all our social media platforms. We are at All Day TV. Until next time, from me and the All Day TV crew,